After all the ideas, the thoughts, the pondering, I find that I am merely one fool wandering.
Yo, 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 what's up there, YouTube fam? Hopefully, you guys can hear me okay. As far as equipment, I just got these cheap little wireless microphone headphone set that I cut the headphones off because I don't use those to listen to music. I just need them to talk to you guys. Got your coffee? You got to have some coffee, man. This is going to be a long journey. I know. Kevin, how can we go on a journey if you're just sitting there? Some of you, when you subscribed, you did it because you like travel videos and scenic videos, and you will get those. And there's a little bit of that at the beginning of the channel, but part of that journey that I really want to take you on quite often will be the most important journey, the journey through your mind to the bottom of your soul. And as I was finally getting around to crafting a walking stick out of this piece of ash, which was a nuisance tree that was cut down, but I saved the most of the tree for this purpose close to a year ago. I hadn't even taken the bark off it yet, so I finally, now that winter's done, I can get back to being myself, and I wanted to work on this today and craft a stick. And as I was starting to do that, I just started doing like I usually do. I have those thoughts that, this world, we all live for convenience now, and the robots are taking over, man. The machines run everything, and this is a craft. Now, I'm all for working smarter, not harder, but to do that, we must set a standard for what intelligence is. And I've always questioned the narrative that we are the most intelligent species, because the way I see it, we're destroying the only planet that we can live on, and well, that's not very intelligent. But doing this, first of all, do you even know what this is? This is actually pretty nice. It's a combination of two tools. It is a chisel. I needed a really good chisel for doing some carpentry work a few years ago, something that would really, good steel, could hit it with a hammer. And then I found these that has a rasp incorporated in it. And I said, how wonderful. That's smart. That's spending money and getting two tools that I can use. And I haven't used it very much. Honestly, just a couple of projects, carpentry, because I no longer do carpentry. I can't. My back, I can for an hour or two. And that's so anyway, I dug out the rasp, and again, I'm going to use some technology at some point. I'm going to use my battery sander, and I'm going to sand this, but it's not quite the same as what we see going on now, do we? The machines and our desire for, I need to have it right now. Well, and the corporations, who certainly aren't going to pay a tradesman like me to craft this stick. They're going to get a machine that would turn one out perfectly straight. Won't be as strong as this one, and if you rely on it for walking or hiking or defending yourself, it's going to break. And But you don't care because you just want it now, and you don't care about the tradesman that isn't working today, the craftsman, the guy that worked with purpose and integrity, and in many cases, love. The last time I did one of these sticks to raise some money when I was living on the sailboat, I only did one. I was going to do a bunch. But you see, I'm not just going to turn out a round piece of wood. Now, this was considerably bigger. I've got a whole 5-gallon bucket of the pieces that I whittled, you might say, chopped off. It had a bit of an S-curve, but now there's only a light curve, which ends up being just at about the point the average person would want their hands to be if used in defense. Ash. If you don't know anything about ash, it's been long sought after for hammer handles, baseball bats, sledgehammer handles, other tools. Very good, very strong wood. And this, well, I think each piece of wood is a little, very unique. And I was able to look and chop and bring that S-curve to something that's almost perfectly straight. And probably if I wanted to make it a lot smaller, just as a walking stick, I could have gotten it perfectly straight. But I don't want it to be just a walking stick. I want it to have two uses, like this tool that I bought. And so I want it heavy enough that you could knock someone clean the fuck out. And you could stop, because we don't ever really want to kill anything, do we? I mean, unless we need to eat. It's the only way I want to ever kill anything, whether it's a plant or otherwise. I'm not going to kill it unless I want to eat it. So I can put some thought into this stick, and I can put some intention into this stick, but the stick you want is, well, there'll be hundreds of them pumped out today, thousands maybe, and this, well, I'll have probably about 10 hours into this stick. Mentioned I did this one other time and I sold it. I don't know if I'm going to sell this, if I'm going to gift it, if I'm going to keep it for myself. I haven't decided yet. But if I do sell it, it's going to sell at what would be a fair wage for a trade, actually below rate. I'm a multifaceted tradesman for, well, about 30 years. About that. But I work cheap now. If I work for somebody doing carpentry, I charge them $25 an hour. What do the carpenters in your area charge? Right. But I'm going to consider $25 an hour, and this stick is going to be $250. You don't want to pay $250 for a stick. You don't want to wait 10 hours for me to get it done. And so the tradesmen die, the guy that builds with purpose and integrity and love. He dies, can't feed himself, can't afford to live. He might, if he's dedicated to making sure he feeds his family, be the guy that pushes the button on those machines and keeps his job, and all of his buddies get sent home. Back to the last time I made one of these sticks. And it was for the intention of sale and to just sustain life. And somebody that had followed me for a long time on social media, shout out, Lynn. I know that stick hasn't broken, and I hope it's serving you well. Lynn wanted to buy the stick. Now, I hadn't checked shipping, and when I found out what it costs to ship something that's longer than like 36 inches, the shipping was more than I charged for the stick. Now, she did send me a little extra to cover that, and she felt bad, which she shouldn't have felt bad. I named a price, and it's my own damn fault. I didn't look into the shipping. But once I say I'm going to do something, even if it's a loss, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep my word if it's at all possible. And she sent some more money. I never told her the full amount of the shipping. She made a guesstimate, sent me money. I ended up losing $15 on the stick, but I didn't lose anything. Nah, I didn't need, I never need $15 enough that I'm going to put you in a bad position. And somebody who really, really respects me and took her time to watch my content, share my content, give feedback sometimes, remind me she was there watching still. They got a craft from my hands. And I know that even if I had charged her $250, she still would have loved it. But what happens when we're all gone? Us, the ones that craft these things, the musicians, the artists, the music, digital, the machines run it, right? There's very little that the humans do now. Even if they sing it, they might only sing it once and then let the machine play it back while they fake it and jump around. And most of the time, you're only listening to them because of their physical appearance, male or female, sexual attraction, fantasy, whatever. Their music might not be great, but man, I love the way her ass shakes when she's fake singing it. The craftsman. What happens to him? The artisans, the storytellers, the ones that put love and intention into everything they do. You think the machines give a fuck about you? Nah. Of course, the machines can afford to live without getting $250 for every stick they put out. I see bad times, man. And the only thing that gets people through bad times are the people that have integrity, work with intention, and love. I think we've been here before. I think we've been warned. I think that I will see the beginning of it. And I think by the end of it, my offspring will still be here. Kids that were raised with intention and love, and who, in their own ways, carry that into the world now by teaching their children in the way they interact with their friends and in society in general. Will you still be here? Will your kids still be here? Man, it's not the end of the world. But I can see it from here. And hopefully before the end of your journey, you will be able to find people that have intention, integrity, and love. And when you find those very few people, you better have the same intention, integrity, and love, because you won't make it on your own. It won't take a lot. And like I said, I think we've been here before. I think most of us die a horrific death. But not all of us, obviously, because I'm here right now talking to you. You're sitting there listening. Thank you for that. If you've made it to the end of this video, let me know in the comments. If you want to help support me in my efforts to take you on these journeys, whether they be through the narrow passages of your mind, or down a mountain highway, or through an open desert, or along the beach as time goes on, you can do that via PayPal or Venmo. There's also a link below if you're an Amazon user and you just use that link. I'll make a couple of pennies here and there. And when you do contribute, just understand that somebody that should have paid $250 for this stick will more than likely get it for the price the machine would have charged them. Much love. Many, many thanks for your time. If this is your first time here, please like and subscribe. My goal of taking a road trip this year is way behind, but we have a reset date. I'm going to regroup, and my next planned departure time is in the fall after the leaves have turned color up here, so that I'll be able to bring you guys, before I head out on the road, the beautiful foliage that we get up here in New Hampshire and through the general area. And there'll be other videos of travel in this area. There's a lot of scenery here, and I will bring you guys to some of that as soon as I get my car reliable enough to take those short trips. In the meantime, we'll stay in touch with videos like this. Much love, many, many thanks, and I'll see you soon.